Man, I was sitting here. Welcome back, first of all. Been a long time. And I was sitting here thinking this morning as I was getting ready to start what I got going on for the day, writing some stuff for a sync pitch, that we are in the race to the bottom. This is kind of taken from a post I saw last night and lots of other things I've been seeing lately and hearing and experiences, that we are in the race to the bottom with AI. Specifically, in this video Suno will be the big focus. I saw a post last night and it kind of summed up a bunch of stuff that I've been hearing. God. Producer comes in with multiple Suno versions and wants the band to, take the best from several. Band gets a couple takes in and producer inserts themselves and asks for some changes based on another Suno version. So I'm just going to stop right there. The producer, boy, I here it comes. Producer failed before they even walked in the room. What they should have done, and if this is a really big time producer, then I'm shooting a major arrow, I guess. But I don't think it was. I think a major producer, I think, knows way better than this. I don't think actually they probably would use Suno. Now the songwriter or the artist may have used Suno to get their ideas down and across and get what they hone down on what they want. But a good producer would be prepared, would take all of those Suno versions. Bless their heart. I would create my own, but take all those Suno versions, create a version that encompasses everything the artist wants. Bring that into the session so that the band is chasing one specific direction and thing. Now, have I messed around with Suno? Yes. Am I impressed by it? Absolutely not. It's great. You know what it's great for? It's great for people learning how to write songs, learning about music, fleshing out ideas that they can't play multiple instruments and can't afford a ton of software to create instruments for them and other things. So I get that there's a purpose. Like it's a tool in certain situations. Is it a tool that, as a professional, I will use a ton? Probably not. I tried to implement it into a few sync pitches to kind of like narrow down ideas. And I came to the realization that I'm quicker and better at just figuring out if a sync pitch is wanting a sound alike or something just like similar to another song. I'm better off figuring out what that song is, charting a rough, real quick chart or something, or figuring it out. If you can't chart, you can figure it out. You can learn it. I mean, if you play an instrument decent, you should be able to do that. Figure out that song and then take and go, okay, how can I capture, what are the important elements of that make it memorable? How can I recreate those with something different but that kind of reminds you of that song? That's the purpose if they want to sound alike or they're referencing something really hard. Also, match the tempo, I'm getting off into the weeds of sync pitches. Anyways, the race to the bottom with AI, it's kind of like the race to the bottom with a person starting out like in engineering and mixing stuff for free or, to learn and to get better. There's a point at which you start to undercut the pros and it's a bad look. I feel like it's that way with AI and Suno. It's a tool to flush out a few things, maybe if you want to use it for that. I personally am just not a fan. The more I've tried it, the more I've gone, I see people releasing stuff, Suno versions of stuff. Wow. I'm sorry. Do the homework. Like, put in the work. Get better at your instrument. Get better at songwriting. Get better at tracks. Get better at thinking like a producer. Seeing the vision. Practice. It's like there's no AI way to learn an instrument. Well, there's no AI way really to put out original content. First of all, I'm sorry that you can't be creative enough to just do it on your own. Boy, I just said what I said. Flame me in the comments for that one. Example. Okay, I have a song I wrote for a sync thing. They wanted like Van Halen mixed with a little bit of ZZ Top, and so I thought, okay, how can I mix? And it was like a little AC/DC, classic rock, southern rock, but they wanted the Van Halen-ish kind of thing in it. And I'm like, okay, that's tall order because Edward's the king. Like, how do you can't, and it's sacrilegious to copy him. But how can I do that? So, like, there's the Hot for Teacher. I can't play it, can I? Okay, you get the idea. How can I incorporate that and, you get the rest, right? I'm avoiding copyright strikes here. So I thought, well, kind of the gist of the riffs that I came up with to comprise that song. So it kind of sounds Van Halen-y, southern rocky. They loved it. So how does Suno create that? It's not going to come up with that. It can't. It's going to copy. It's going to come up with something really close and generic to those learned models. I've tried it. Boy, it's great for making funny songs, comedy songs. You can prompt all kinds of crazy stuff in there. Man, do the work. Put in the work. It's kind of like learning guitar, taking guitar lessons. YouTube can be a tool, can be a great tool. There's nothing like taking lessons from a real person, collaboration, accountability, and and bouncing ideas off of. It's the same thing in sessions and songwriting and everything else. And AI can't do that for you. Like, everybody during COVID got good at making music alone, and now everybody's craving collaboration. It's like, the real magic happens when a bunch of guys are in the room. Guys, gals, like a bunch of musicians in the room. That's when the magic happens. Suno will never, ever, ever, AI will never, ever, ever be able to recreate that. Flame me in the comments. Throw darts. Tell me that you think I'm a complete idiot. Lay it on me. I hope everybody has a great day, man. Go do something fun. Go accomplish something. Go practice your instrument. Practice your craft. Whatever it is. See ya.